previous technological advances have replaced workers, right? Workers have very little power because they're not organized. Now AI has come for the elites. It is replacing elites.
Hey guys, this is Jerry. So this is Peter Turchin, the one and only Peter Turchin. He's a macro historian. He calls himself a complexity scientist. He's inspired two of my favorite people to listen to on YouTube. Our favorite left of center thinker, Jiang Xueqing, and our favorite right of center thinker, What If Altist. Both of them have been really inspired by Peter Turchin. So I finally looked up Peter Turchin, and this is my first talk of his that I've ever listened to. Now, shout out Nate Hagen. This is the guy that interviewed Peter Turchin. So I highly recommend you guys watch this talk because Peter Turchin talks in depth about elite overproduction, which is something we briefly explore too on this channel.
Remember, I was saying that there is a credential route to power. If you want to gain a political office in the United States and you don't have wealth, what do? You go to the law school. Now, about 2 years ago, we produced in the United States 3 times as many lawyers as there were positions for them. About half of those positions are being eliminated. Just 2 weeks ago, I was at a conference of pension fund holders, and they're saying that I have fired all my legal assistants.
So I reached out to Nate Hagen to ask him if he can provide me the data that the two of them were looking for. So I'll keep you guys posted if I get a response from Nate Hagen. Now, when I did a search online, here's 2 things I could find. One thing to keep in mind is this was pre-ChatGPT, pre-LLMs becoming public. So take this with a grain of salt. But at least this article seems to show that law graduates still are doing pretty well. But again, remember, this is pre-AI revolution, right? So if you look here, 92% of law graduates found full-time long-term employment, highest rate in 30 years, and 78% of these graduates secured jobs that required a law license. So this seems pretty good, right? The second one to show you guys is this was a report that was done maybe recently. Let's look at this. When was this done? Oh, this was also in 2020. This is UK though. So the other one was US. This is UK. 62% of respondents indicated they had moved between law-based workplaces, 50% having moved within the same profession, and 12% having moved to a new profession within the law. So 50 plus 12 is 62. A significant majority of young lawyers are leaving or thinking about leaving their current legal job. In the next 5 years, 54% of young lawyers are somewhat or highly likely to move to a new but comparable workplace, and 33% feel they will be moving to a new legal profession. 1 in 5, 20%, are somewhat or highly likely to leave the profession entirely. So maybe this little study right here, this little point right here, might have been a foreshadowing of potentially what's going on right now.
We have 3 times the graduates than there are law jobs available, but now AI has caused that to be 6 to 1?
Exactly.
This is the Bureau of Labor Statistics. Take everything with a grain of salt, of course, but according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, lawyer employment is actually supposed to grow by 4% from 2024 to 2034. Now, obviously, this isn't updated to 2025, right? So maybe when they update this for 2025 to 2035, it might change. But as of now, it looks like there's still a 4% projected growth over the span of 10 years. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, again, take everything with a grain of salt. Again, I have to emphasize, I haven't located the data that Peter Turchin and our man Nate Hagen are talking about. But to follow along what Peter Turchin's saying, we have to kind of assume their data is correct, right? So just remember, you got to assume it's correct. It could be wrong. Until we see it, we don't know.
And lawyers are the most dangerous profession from the point of view of social stability. Lenin was a lawyer. Castro was a lawyer. Robespierre was a lawyer. Gandhi was a lawyer, although he led a peaceful revolution.
Is it shorthand that we have lawyer overproduction?
Yeah, we have overproduction of many. We have overproduction of PhDs also. But PhDs, professors are not terribly dangerous people. Lawyers are.
This is my first time listening to both Peter Turchin and Nate Hagen. This segment really stuck out to me because I didn't realize that all these revolutionaries were lawyers. I think the only one I knew who was a lawyer was Gandhi. We knew that Gandhi practiced law in South Africa. So what do you guys think? First of all, do you think that large language models, AI, is going to replace a lot of people in the legal profession? As I was doing research, I found stories of people using ChatGPT as their lawyers and actually winning cases. It's happened, guys. If you don't believe me, look this up. It's happened. But also there's studies by Harvard that I saw that said that generative AI is only going to make the legal profession more efficient. So does efficiency necessarily mean a reduction in workforce, right? That's an important thing to think about. And then the second implication is there something about lawyers? Lawyers feel a pinch if they feel some kind of issue with either their status or their well-being or their ability to make a living. They're almost the spark to lead a revolution. What do you guys think about all this? I think it gives us a lot to think about. Thank you, Nate, for hosting Peter Turchin. I messaged you on LinkedIn, so hopefully you see this. And I will analyze Peter Turchin much more, guys. This world's a little off right now. It doesn't mean it's necessarily a bad thing. And it doesn't mean if it is a bad thing, things will get worse. Just remember this, guys. So, guys, talk to you soon. A lot more to come.